that your prayer point is another person's testimony. That your desire to have financial freedom is another person's reality. He has gotten it. So today, by the grace of God, we are going to be talking on a topic that is very important, on how you can have financial freedom. Because as a child of God, we all need financial freedom. The Bible even let us to know that I wish you above all things that thou mayest prosper, that you are prosper, as your soul is prosper. It is God's desire for you to have financial freedom. And what you actually need is the wisdom to make you to manifest this. You are destined to be blessed, because every children of Abraham are destined to be blessed, and you are one of them. Today, I'm going to share with you practical lesson on how to start and run a profitable business. We have done the business before, I and my wife, and by the grace of God, we failed in business, and God had helped us to succeed as well in business. So, because we have failed in business, we know how to tell people what to do so that they will not fail. And because we have succeeded, and we are still succeeding by the grace of God in business, we can tell you what to do in order for you to succeed in business. Always know this, that your financial desire, that your financial breakthrough desire is another person's testimony. So what you just need to do is to grab a cup of tea or a coffee and sit down and learn some method that will liberate you from every form of financial struggle, because God wants you to succeed in life. Like I said, today's topic is how to start and run a profitable business. How you can start it, the step you need to take, how you can do it so that it will keep growing, what you need to do so that by the time you look back, you can be able to achieve great success in your business. As I told you, I'm going to tell you our life story in business. I love business right from young. I'm still young, but when I was still much younger, I love business. So, number one thing is that identify a profitable business opportunity. Do you want a profitable business? You need to do research. Market research. You need to research on what you want to sell. You need to find customers' problem. Sit down. What are those things that people are complaining about? Research market needs and customers' problem. Sit down, ask yourself, in your community, what are those things that people need? What are those things that people complain about? So you need to sit down and solve that problem. You know, at a particular time when we started a business, we saw someone that was doing very well in this business. There is nothing bad when you see someone doing well in this business and you emulate that person and you start your own. So we discovered that in that particular environment, this man was the only one selling this product. Then we ventured into it. We started solving problems for people. Don't forget, don't do any business that is not solving people's problem. Don't venture into any business that people are not in need of it. Don't start any business that is not solving people's problem. Now, how will you know that my business will solve people's problem? Probably, maybe you see someone in your community and he or she is doing very well. That person is solving problem. That is one of the ways. Another way you can identify problems of people is when you listen to the complaint of people. What are they complaining about? You as a person, what do you complain most about? You can start solving that problem. Before you know, when you solve problem, profit will definitely come. When we started solving this problem for people, we started getting money easily without any struggle. Choose a product or service that solves a real problem. As I said, choose a problem and solve it. Don't just look and say, oh, I feel like I want to do this or this. I dreamt and I saw myself doing this or that. Yes, it's good you dream. When I was in school, when I was in university, I dreamt that I was into business and the business was doing well. So I just sat down somewhere. I saw myself in that dream that I was selling pap. And pap was selling very well. By God's grace, I studied mathematics in university. So the pap was doing very well in the dream. When I woke up in the morning, I just went to a particular place that is very quiet. I prayed silently. I said, God, I knew that you want me to start business, but I don't have any idea of what to sell. I know that if I start selling pap, that is my thinking. Probably I might not really get customer. That was my thinking. And I look at it. What are the things that is needed in the school environment? Then I look at those things. I started without my own money. I didn't have any capital to start that business. Then I went to this, one of our, he was my senior in university. It was a year ahead of me. I went to meet him. I said, brother, I like selling this thing you are selling. Will you like to be giving me at a small portion? Then after I've sold it, I will bring back your money. This man agreed and he gave me the product. I started selling it. Before you know, the business increased. Solve problem. Solve problem of people. Study competitors and find way to solve it better. Find way to overvalue better. Find way to give better value to your customer. You know, you are not the only one that wants to start doing that business. Yes. You see, when we started, the first business we started, we look at it. This person that is selling his own, what are those things that he is not doing? Then we look at it. This person is lacking this. okay, is using is not importing his product. We look at it, let's use imported products. Then we started using imported products. And before you know, it was using local products. We were using imported products. That is one of the area. So if you want to do any business, have this thing in mind. You are not the only one that are into this business. You have a lot of competitors. If you really want Mr. A to move from his ghost post to come and meet you and buy a product from you, you must do better than every other competitors. So when we started this business, our own product was quite different. So people started preferring our product to others and they started buying. And the first business we started, that was what we used. Every other one that we were doing, we ensured that our product stood out. And even up to today, any business we are entering into, we ensure that we do it differently. You see, imagine that someone is living in a particular place and what you are selling, what you are offering to the customers, somebody close to that, your customer, is doing the same thing. Do you think that fellow will leave his local area and come and meet you? The only thing that will make that person to leave his area to come and buy from you is when your products stand out. We learned this from Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is from US, United States of America. The man said, business is like when you want to enter into a battlefield. He said, you don't go into a battlefield and making joke with others, that you went into a battlefield to kill. So you let your product stand out. When your product stand out, you pay less. The only thing you just have to, any business we started, by the grace of God, we always look for a way of doing it differently. We learned that from this man. Let your products, your value, the value you are offering to your customer, let it be a better value. When you do it differently, you will get a different result. But if you are doing the same thing, you are selling the same product, let's say you have 10 customers, or let's say 100 customers in the particular area, and all of you are selling it in the same way. So that means the 10 of you are going to share that 100 customers. But if your own products stand out, you will have more customers than any other people. So don't just say go into business, let me do it the way they are doing it. If you do your business the way others are doing it, you will get the same result. So if you want to run a business and have a profit that is stand out, you must stand out, you must do everything differently. Validate your idea before investing heavily. As I told you, I'm going to tell you the practical experience. When we started this business, I was telling you about, we were doing it in the apartment before we move out. And then we discovered that this thing is moving. The demand, the people were supplying, they just like the product. I said, okay, I and my wife, then we work for some time, we gather some money to get some equipment as well. Before you know, we move out. Don't just invest in a business you have not started. Don't just invest heavily in a business you have not started and know how it goes. You know, I came from a village. I could remember when we were very young. There is one river in my village, they call it Okonsin. I don't know how to say it in English. They call it Okonsin. So that river, whenever we want to go to the farm, we will need to cross that river. And we don't know which area is deeper, which one is better, because if you enter into a hole, someone can just be drawn. So individual will have to take a stick, and that stick you will put it at the front of you and begin to touch, is this place, is it okay for me to follow? If that stick move down, that tells you that don't follow that area. So don't go and borrow money, big money, and you invest everything on a business that you have never known how it goes. What if that business failed? If you are having it in mind to go and borrow money to start a business, there is nothing bad there, but I want to warn you, it's not a good idea. Because as I told you, we failed in business before, and we have succeeded in some business, and we are still succeeding today. One of the lessons we learned is that you don't borrow money to start a business. When you discover that the business is doing well, you can borrow money to push it out more. But I want to encourage you, don't borrow money to start a business. Before starting any venture, learn to observe people's need around you. Success often comes to those who solve problems rather than those who simply sell products. Be patient in gathering information and avoid rushing into opportunity that have not been tested. Like I said before, look for problem, solve it. When you solve it, I'm telling you, you will get results. When I was in school, I look for people's problem. I'm in the school environment. I'm not in the farm. What are those things that students need every day? I know they are going to write. They will need pen. I venture into it. And before I know, I started making profit. Even the person I was collecting this product from, one day he asked me, "Young man, how are you doing it? You are making progress." It was wisdom. I was solving people's problems. Before I know, I started another business, liquid soap. I was making it. That was when I was in school. When you solve people's problem, believe me honestly, you will succeed in it. We are looking at how to start and run a profitable business. See, let me tell you something. It's better you have your own. I'm not discouraging you for looking for salary and odd salary job and all those things. There is nothing bad there. You even need money to start. But based on the experience that I've gotten from working as a salary earner and working as someone that have business, you can compare the two. At the beginning, it might be challenging, but I want to assure you, if only you can persist, your business is far, far better. There is a saying that a Rome was not built in a day. It's better you start earlier than to start late. Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. When you start earlier, it will be better. Another thing to start a business and running a profitable business is create a solid business plan. Have a plan for your business. You see, when we wanted to start our business, the first business we did together as couple, I and my wife, we sat down, how much do we want to make per day? I was doing a salary job before. I was doing a job before. My wife also was in. So we look at it that, okay, how much can we be making from this? We started small. We were making little money. So we look at it, how much, let's have a plan. Okay, let's have a target of this also amount per month. Now we break it down per month. You break it down to per week. Per week, you break it down to per day. So that will give you idea if you will succeed in that business or not. That will give you idea on how to work more harder. But if you just sit down and say, I just want to sell to customer, You don't have a specific amount you want per week. You don't have a specific amount you want per year. You don't have a specific plan for how much you want per month. That means in a month you can get $50. In a month you can get $1,000. But when you have that business plan, this is how I want our business to be run. You know, it will help you to organize your business. One of the plans we had was that when we started by ourselves all alone. The plan we had was that we want to be an entrepreneur. We don't want to be a business person. There's a difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, he doesn't have time to be moving up and down. No. Entrepreneur sits down, think, okay, he has a business. Entrepreneur has a business, but he will sit down. What idea will I use? What can I do? What can I do? People are there outside. You see, when we started the first business, we started employing people. Then we will sit back home. If the staff need something, they ring us, we give them, or they come, we give them. So that is what we call entrepreneur. You need to have a plan for your business, how you want it to be run. Don't just post on Facebook, on WhatsApp every day. How much do you want to make per day? How many customers do you want per day? How many staff do you want to have? Have a plan. How do you want it to be run? You know, when we start another business, you know, I told you we did so many business. I and my wife, some fail, we succeed in some. One of the business we did another time was, we discovered that at the time, some of our staff, they were stealing our money. Then we strategized, how do we do it so that we can catch these people? Before we know, those people that were stealing our money, we were able to catch them. And when they discovered that, man, these people, they've known how these potholes been leaked, they stop. So you need to have a business plan. Determine that this year, this is what I want to get. This month, I want to make this so amount. That will help you to move up and down. How to start and run a profitable business. If others could do it, you can do it. You see, one thing I want you to know is that life is governed by principle. Life is respecter of nobody. If you apply what others are doing, you apply it to your life, believe me, you are going to get the same result. Number one, solve people's problem. If you really want to have a profitable business, look for problem, solve it. Number two, have plan for your business. Another thing is manage finance wisely. That is it. You need to manage your finance wisely. You know, we know better now. We've not known everything, but we know better now than when we started many years back. Your finance is very important. How you spend money. Don't bring all the money together. Your business money, your spending money, you jam everything together. Before you know, you will discover that you have spent both profit and the capital. Separate your finance, your business money, separate it to one side. Separate the spending money, separate it to one side. You know, then when we started, you know, I told you there are some things we've known now that we didn't know then. In my country, there is something we call it contribution. Every day, we contribute a certain amount of money. We contribute it. Every day, the part of the profit, we will contribute it. We will use this part of the profit to buy more products. And before we know, we were able to expand our business. We were able to open to different locations. Someone that joined us when we were doing contribution at a particular time, he collected this money to buy something for just enjoyable thing. There is nothing bad there if you know that's what you want to use your money for. But when we got our money, we use it to expand our business. Separate personal and business finance. Separate them. Even at all, if you want to spend from your business, have a percentage. You know, one thing we still always do is that we write things down. How much do we make today? We made this so amount. Okay, how much profit? How much did we spend? The petrol, the logistic, this and that. We do that. So, how much do we want to remove to spend? We do that. Don't bring everything together. If you do that, you will discover that, you know, in my country, they used to call something that devil steal your money. The reason why you think devil was the one that stole your business money is because you don't write how you spend. You don't write it down. It's because you combine your personal money, I mean the money you spend on yourself, with your business money. And before you know, you spend everything. And after 1 year or 2 years, you discover that everything has gone down. And you now begin to think maybe it's someone that is doing this or that. Monitor income, expenses, and each cash flow regularly. Monitor everything. That is one of the things that I thank God for my wife for. She likes writing. So each money we are spending, we write it down. When we look at it that, oh, something is going wrong, we go back to look at how we spend it. And then when we look at it, oh, this is what we did wrong. We are not supposed to do this. We're supposed to do it this way. So before you know, you were able to spend wisely. You were able to know that, oh, this is what we bought that we are not supposed to buy. If you want to run and start a profitable business, make sure you don't bring all the money together. Separate your personal money, income, from your business money, and always write everything down. Control cost and avoid unnecessary debt. I was talking with my wife today. I said, sometimes ago when we started our business, there is one particular fish in my country. We call it shower. That is kind of fish that some people give to dog. I'm telling you the truth. It wasn't, we were discussing then that it wasn't that we didn't have money to buy chicken or turkey and all those things. It wasn't like that. But because we control the cost, we don't want to run into debt. That at the end of the month, we will now begin to look and say, how did this money went? How did it go? So control your costs. Things that you are not supposed to buy, don't buy it now. Wait, a time is coming that you will be able to buy them. If, for instance, now, some people, they do business, the packaging, maybe they are selling a phone, or they are selling, what can I say? Maybe they are selling a bag. The packaging, the cost for the packaging is even more than the bag itself. Don't let your packaging more than it should. Yeah, you must package your product. That's one of the things that we did that is helping us, that helped us, and is still helping us. Package your product well, but don't allow the cost of the packaging run your business down. Reinvest profit to support business growth. You see, some people, and my wife were discussing today, I have known some people that God has given them opportunity to be rich in life. As in, they have this money. They have the money well enough. They were doing business, or they have opportunity to get a contract, and they were doing very well. But before you know, instead of them to start reinvest, look for another business that will give them more time for themselves. They thought it is time to enjoy now. You see, we must understand one thing. When you get more money, that is not the time to spend more. That is the time to reinvest. That is the time to reinvest. Think of some other business that you can do. Look at a man from my country called Dangote. This man started small. Today, by God's grace, is the richest black man in the whole world today. But when he started, he reinvests his money into what he has. I was listening to one of his podcasts. He said, if you want to start a business, that profit you are getting, don't touch it for some years. Leave it there. Don't eat the profit. If a farmer eats the seed, what is that farmer going to plant next season? Don't eat your seed. Replant that seed. When the profit is not enough, that is a sign to let you know that that profit is still a seed. When the profit you are getting from your business is not enough for you, that is a sign to let you know that that profit is a seed. You need to replant that seed. Until when that your profit is enough for you, that is when you should start eating it. Or else, some people, they have gotten the opportunity to be rich, but the money just went away like that. So, think of some other business. At a point in time when we want to expand our business, we were just talking with someone that this is what we want to do, this is what we want to do, will you like to buy? And before you know, he said, I want to. You see, when you reinvest your profit into your business and it grows, the people will want to put money, it will attract investors. But let's say you are the kind of person that likes enjoyment. Oh, you like traveling everywhere. You like wearing the latest clothes, the latest this, the latest that, the latest this, and you are doing business. What do you think will give you is money or our money to start business? They know that if they give you their money, you will use it for your lifestyle. So, if you want to run a business or you want to start a business to have a profit in it, reduce the rate of your lifestyle. The rate you live flamboyantly, reduce it. Yes, some people may call you, maybe you are poor, you are this, you are that. You are the one that know where you are going. Your physical appearance does not mean you are poor. It's possible for you to have a lot of investment, this and that, and you look poor. You should not be carried away by the appearance, by all these things. The investors will be attracted to your business if you are not a flamboyant person. A good financial habit creates stability in both business and personal life. You see, if you want to start a business and you want to make profit in it, always know that managing your finance wisely is very important. If others could do it, you can do it. We've tried it. We succeed by the grace of God. Let me tell you, we failed before. And we did not allow the failure to hold us down. And we are still succeeding. Because what did we do? We learned from, listen to people that have done it. Any business we want to do, we sit down. How did this person do it? How did they do it? What can I do to do it better? And that's all. We made it there. By the grace of God, we are a business person and an investor. Today, a time is coming that we will tell you the difference between being a business person and an investor. But I want to tell you, it's better to be an investor than to be a businessman. As an investor, you don't need You don't need to move up and down. The money will just be working for you. Another point on how to start a business and run a business profitably, focus on customer satisfaction and growth. Customer satisfaction and growth. You see, your customer is the reason why you are coming out. Now, your customer will come and complain. Your customer will come and tell you this and that. But I want to tell you, that is the sign for you. That is the area to develop on. Provide excellent product and service. Provide excellent product and service. Excellent. Let it be excellent. Let it be best. If you want to do something, do it differently. I'm very, very sure. You see, it's a law. The law of gravity works everywhere. It works everywhere you go to. It works in any country, in any nation, irrespective of any color, anything. If you do it excellently, see, you are going to get results. Excellently. Excellently. Even before you start, people will start coming and ask you. There is a business that we are into now. You see, this thing we are doing, I don't want to talk about that one for now. But I want to let you know that if you start your business with excellence, you will make it excellently. You will make it there excellently. Excellently. There was a time when we went to school environment. We looked at it. What are the challenges that we can solve in this area? Then we started it. This one happened in the school environment. And at a particular time, one customer, is a student, he came to our place, one of our staff, and as he was buying our product, then he saw one of his staff, one of his friends in somewhere else want to get the same thing that is transacting with us. He just tell his friend, my friend, see, I bought this thing and I get this. I'm telling you that his friend left that place immediately and came to our place. You see, when you do something excellently, you don't need to pray, fall and die prayer before you get results. It's a principle. What you will just keep doing is to thank God for what God is doing in your business. Let your business stand out excellently. Let people feel that they're satisfied. Let them feel good. Let your product make people happy. Let your product make people refer others to you. Let your product make people to tell people about you. That, from where did you get this? Say, from this also person. If you want to start a business or you want to run a business and have profit in it, you must focus on customers' satisfaction. Build strong relationship with customers. Strong relationship. You see, they are doing birthday. There are some of your customers that are very close to you. They are doing birthday. You might not have everything to give them. Send messages to them. They are doing something very important to them. Maybe someone that have married. They are doing wedding anniversary. Send message to them. That happy birthday. You see, but when you do all these things, it will make the relationship in customer. They will say, this person value me so much. This man value me so much. This person value me so much. I need to bring more customer to them. You want your business to grow up, focus on customer satisfaction. Listen to feedback and make improvement. I've said that one. Use effective marketing to attract and retain customers. If you want to succeed in business, it's just a matter of you following the principle. People may forget what you said, but they rarely forget how you treated them. How you treated them. Let them feel good whenever they come to buy products. You know, when people come, when we started our business all alone, I and my wife, when people come around, you see one of the tie, maybe they put on tie, the person is coming from work and a branch. Oh, look at this, your tie. It's looking very nice. Or you see the person wearing shoe, you commend that shoe. Man, I like this, your shoe. You say something nice, not that you just say something that is irrelevant. Maybe someone is not using tie and you are commending the tie that is at home. No, that is not realistic. So maybe someone have a very nice voice. Wow, this your voice is irresistible for men. That person will laugh. When they get back home, he will remember you and he will not forget the product. How you treat your customers. Say something nice. If it is a man, this your voice is a bedroom voice. It's the kind of voice that ladies, your wife will so much cherish. I guess you come to buy this thing for your darling, right? You must be a very nice man. You must be a very nice lady. All those things we enter into their brain and they will come back. See, if you sell your products differently, you will get a different result. A profitable business is built on meeting customer needs carefully planning. You see, in life, you solve problem, you get result. Don't do business without solving people's problem. To round it off, the same principle that build a successful business can also build a successful life. When you identify needs, plan carefully, manage resources wisely, treat people well, life is governed by principle. Life is governed by principle. By the grace of God, we are doing well in business. By the grace of God, we are an investor. You can do it as well. You don't need all the money. Do you know the importance of you starting earlier and you do it very well? Like I said before, at a point in time, someone just came to meet us. He said, it was something else we were discussing and the person came and said, you want to invest in our business. If you are doing your business very well, people will want to put money. They will bring their money. They will be begging you with their money. I am telling you the truth. They will beg you with their money that, please take this money and give me little profit. It pays. It pays. So do your business, do it very well, study, listen to podcasts of people that have done what you want to do, read books, go on YouTube, go online, read books, listen to what they have done, how they made it, how they failed. Before you know, you will make it in that business. And above all, when you get the profit, you must have the mindset of what do I want to use this profit for? Now you want to go into a business, you need spiritual backup. You need God. That's it. You need spiritual backup because life is governed by principle and this life is spiritual. I am telling you the truth. Look at it in the whole world. Anyone that you see that stand out in anything, in any business, there is spiritual forces that is backing that person up. That spiritual forces could be from the devil, but the most important thing is you follow that of God. Now, how will God back you up in your business? You see, when you want to start a business in order to help humanity, maybe people that are in the hospital, people on the street, widows, orphans, you are saying, God, if you can help me in this business, I'm going to help people. We did that. When we did the business, we were getting money. We would go out for evangelism to the villages. We were giving people gift, and after we have given them gift, we tell them about Jesus Christ. You see, when you give someone gift, you tell them about Jesus. You have that mindset that Jesus bless me. When you bless me, when I give them, we bought different Indomie, we bought mix, we went to hospital in the village. You know, at a point in time, I told my colleagues in evangelism, I said, no, let us not wait in the city that we were. Let us not stay in the city. Let's go to the villages. So, because if you give the villagers something that they will appreciate in the town, they might not have, some people, not everybody in the town, some people might not appreciate it. So, have that mindset that God, if only you can bless me, this is what I will use this thing for. People are suffering and I wish to help them. Somebody that is in the hospital is dying. I want to help this person. You bless my business. And God will now look and say, when you are saying it sincerely, not God, not just, when my business grew up, I will buy a big car. When my business grew up, that lady that is so proud to me, I will wear a very nice shoe and walk on the street up and down. No, 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 you don't need that. You need to use your money to help humanity. You need to use your money to push the gospel of God. And by the time you have this mindset, heaven will back you up. Heaven will back you up to succeed in it. So are you there? Maybe this message, this podcast has touched your mind, and you are looking at this Jesus. I've not even heard about him before, or I don't know him. Jesus came to this world to save mankind from the hand of the devil. And anyone that accepts him will have eternal life. So maybe you are there and you have tried all what you could and you need God's help at this time. With this knowledge you've gotten today, you need God to materialize it. You need the help of God. I want to encourage you to say after me that, Lord Jesus, I know you as my Lord and my personal Savior. Have mercy on me. I come to you today. Write my name in the book of life. Give me the grace to follow you to the very end. Thank you because you are my God. I accept you and you will be my Lord forever. For in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. Please help us share. When you share it, you are proclaiming the good news of Christ. So help us share so that people that want to start business or they are struggling in their business, they can able to know the better way. So a time is coming that we will tell you how you can do business and you will keep getting money while you are sleeping and the money will keep coming. God doesn't want you to be struggling in life. All what you need is wisdom. I am telling you. You don't need money to make it in life. You need money, but what do I say? Yeah, let me say, you don't, see, for instance now, I have my country money with me. And the country where I am currently, I cannot spend it and it's money. Yes, I have that money. But the country where I am currently, how do I get this money in the country where I am now? I need to give value. So, that is why I said you don't really need money. What you need is value. We will teach you how the money will keep coming. Because God has said you should have dominion over everything He created. Money is a product of part of the thing that God created. Yes, money is not supposed to control you. You're supposed to control money. Thank you for watching. See you next time. God bless you. If Jesus Christ tarry is coming, we will still meet. Thank you. If you learned something good today, please, I want you to drop your comments in the comment section that this is what I learned. Bye-bye for now. See you later.